and studies are actually shows that black men who are actually in their home participate with their children more than any other race.
Yeah.
So
great.
So what you just said is a fallacy then?
No. I'm talking about.
No. That's a misinterpretation of what she
Would you
just said.
honestly say that when you walked into this room today, you were afraid that white supremacy was going to kill you? I asked this to black people, to be honest. Are you afraid that a Klansman is going to come down the street on horseback and pick you up? Be honest.
I'm personally not afraid.
Okay.
What is it? What are you afraid of? Why do I keep hearing this phrase?
Hi.
Hello, my question is a little bit of a different speed. Earlier today you mentioned Patricia Cullors or somebody from the BLM movement, and you said that her only qualifying factors for speaking about different things and issues was because she was black. And during the White House hearing about white supremacy, you was on that, and a question was asked whether white supremacy is a threat or not, and your only qualification to speaking on that was being black. So what do you say to people that say they're being a hypocrite?
Yeah, so I didn't say on this stage that Patricia's only qualification was being black. I said that people gave her tens of millions of dollars, had no idea where it was going to go.
Now I need to hear the original discussion, because this young man came onto the mic and said, you said her only qualification was being black. And this is my problem. As soon as she responded to you, her response was, I didn't say that. So this is telling me one of two things. You either purposefully misinterpreted what she said to push your own narrative, or you're not smart enough to understand what she said. And I refuse to believe it's the second one. So I'm just going to assume that you have ill intent. And that sucks, because if you are purposefully misinterpreting her, how can anyone trust anything you have to say? Off rip, you lost the trust of the people watching this video. And it's unfortunate.
And we're happy to do it because she was pirating. She just kept saying Black Lives Matter, Black Lives Matter. It was stupid. They lost their money. Bad investment. Oh, well, too bad, so sad. Regarding qualifications to speak on what's harming Black America, you just have to be able to examine actual statistics, right? Are you telling me, would you honestly say that when you walked into this room today, you were afraid that white supremacy was going to kill you? I asked this to black people, to be honest. Are you afraid that a Klansman is going to come down the street on horseback and pick you up? Be honest.
I'm personally not afraid.
Okay, so that's it. So when I was speaking at the congressional testimony, I was saying...
And when people say white supremacy, it always confuses me, because the average white American makes around $60,000 a year. White Americans aren't even number one richest. They're not even top two richest in America. So when you say white supremacy, is it excluding financial benefits? Let's say it is excluding financial benefits. Do you get a special privilege in society? It's not finances, so is it something else? Maybe you get hired more. Maybe you get into college more. But even that kind of begs the question, because I've never seen a scholarship specifically for white Americans. I've never seen it. I've been in college for 4 years. I have never seen it. If you could show me it, please do. But I've seen a scholarship for every single other race. I've seen a scholarship for everything but white Americans. So if it's not social privileges, what is it? And this is not to say it doesn't exist. What is it? I don't know. I can't tell you. And if it's a fear that you have of your life, majority of crime done within the black community is black on black crime. That's the same for every race. Majority of crime done in the white community is white on white crime. Maybe if I'm wrong, let me know. So what is it? What are you afraid of? Why do I keep hearing this phrase? I don't understand.
My experience being black in America, I don't know any black people that are fearful to walk down the street because they think a Klansman's going to come get them, right? But I can list you tons of black people that grow up in poverty, that grow up in the hood, that grow up around gang culture, that are fearful when you examine black on black crime rates. When I was just talking about illiteracy rates, I said that I could list 100 things the black community is suffering from today before I got to white supremacy, and yet the focus and the emphasis in the school system has been to brainwash us to believe that white people want to kill us around every single corner, and I think that that's a harmful ideology because it doesn't allow us to actually focus on the things that we're suffering from. You know, number one, I would say, is father absence. We need to get our families back together. We have to stop letting the government raise us.
I do believe, I agree with some of the things you just said, but at the end of your point, you just mentioned a father absence and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And studies are actually shows that black men who are actually in their home participate with their children more than any other race.
Yeah.
No. That's a misinterpretation of what she just said. She said there's father absence, meaning that the black men who have children, a lot, I'm not going to say majority, in comparison to other races, we have the largest percentile which are not in the homes. What you said was the percent that we do have in the homes are more involved, which doesn't even answer what she just said. She's saying that, let's say we have 100 black men who have children. We have 100 white men who have children. Of those 100 black men who have children, you have 30 who's in the home. And of those 100 white men who have children, you have 40 who's in the home. Just because we have a larger percentile of the 30 who's active doesn't mean that we have majority active fathers. You kind of misinterpreted what she said, and you can't misinterpret what she said and try to argue a false point. That's not how things work. I'm sorry.
So
Great.
So what you just said is a fallacy then?
No. I'm talking about
No. What you just said is a fallacy, or maybe it's a misinterpretation of the statistics. It's not accurate, man. I'm sorry. I get what you were trying to do, but it's not true.
when there's not a black father in the home, right? So every natural ill follows in the black community. So when you separate the black family, if you look at statistics between black families that are together and white families that are together, the poverty rate, I mean, they're both doing well. It's a 2-point difference between white and black families. When you remove and you break down the black family, it's unbelievable, right? It's a pathway to prison. It's a pathway to illiteracy. So I'm only talking about broken down black families. I'm not saying when the black family unit is together. That brings us back to the Winslows, Family Matters, and the greatest show that was ever on television. I do want to get to more people. Thank you so much for your question.
Yeah, I'm happy that she caught that, because she basically said that we're not talking about the families that are together. We're talking about the ones who are not together. That's kind of what I was alluding to, or where I was getting at. Maybe he didn't really understand that, and I don't think it's fair to fault him for not understanding if he's willing to learn. So that says something. But we have to stop, when it comes to white privilege or white supremacy, these type of gotcha phrases, it really doesn't make that much sense to me, because if you're looking at the black community and you say there's a white supremacy, majority of the issues within the black community are not due to white people. And when you mention white supremacy, why is the black community the only community mentioned? We are not the only two groups of people in the country. There are white Americans, there are Asian Americans, there are Indian Americans, there are Native Americans, there are Hispanic Americans. And if there's a true white supremacy, shouldn't white people be at the pinnacle of success in all the major categories, such as home owning, such as sending kids to college, such as financial affluency? They should be at the top of everything, but that's just not true. So anyways, if you have any suggestions, comment down below, and I'll see you in the next one.